one story is that this Chinese airline was run by a guy whose last name was, first name was William, last name was Bond, Bill Bond, and he ran it from Hong Kong, and there was a scheduled flight of a clipper from Hong Kong to Manila on December 8th, and Manila had radioed to Hong Kong to not take off, and within minutes they learned about the invasion of Pearl Harbor. Bond told this captain to expect Japanese planes within minutes and to get all the passengers, the crew, and the mail off that plane and into the hangar and to pray. And this Bond guy was in his hotel room, and as he was racing out to the airport, the air raid sirens went off, and the Japanese bombed and destroyed that clipper that was on the ground there. But they had a couple of DC-3s and one DC-2 in a hangar, so they, hours after that bombing, they took off and delivered the mail and started ferrying people and moving things around. Instigated first-class seating because they felt like they were competing with the ocean liners. The ocean liners had the big meals and the fancy service and the dances and all that, so they tried to fancy their planes up and their meals as much as they could. And they had their crews dress in special ways and even walk to the planes in special ways and enter the plane and the cockpit in special ways. They put a lot into the process because they thought they were competing. I think it was January '43 when President Roosevelt became the first U.S. president to fly abroad in one of the clippers that was called the Dixie Clipper. Pan Am ceased operations December 4th, 1991, and the straw that broke the camel's back was Delta's CEO decided not to pay Pan Am a final $25 million payment that was scheduled to be made the weekend after Thanksgiving. And because Delta didn't make that payment, Pan Am had to shut down. I'm not sure what the negotiations that led up to that. They were selling them part of their assets or something. But as a result of that decision, 7,500 Pan Am employees lost their jobs that day. And then unknown thousands of people in the periphery, other companies that supported Pan Am. Economists predicted that another probably 20,000 people lost their jobs because of that big decision. The bankruptcy court sold off the assets, and TWA's Carl Icahn purchased an asset that was called Pan Am Express at a bankruptcy auction for $13 million and renamed it Trans World Express. The brand name Pan Am was sold to another company, and their facilities that they had in different airports were sold. Everything got sold except their flight academy in Miami, which maintained it was earning money and was a viable thing, and there wasn't anything to replace it. So the bankruptcy court decided that it could remain in business. And today it still operates under the Pan Am International Flight Academy. And it's known within the industry as the place to go. And it survives. And it's the only thing today that survives. I've been lucky enough to go to Key West a number of times on vacation. And the little house that Pan Am used as their office when they had that first flight to Havana is still there, and it's still got some of the old signs up. And today it's a restaurant, sadly, but it was a tiny little 2 or 3 room, looked like a residential house at one time. And it is there if you ever get to Key West. So that's my little talk about Pan Am.
In World War II, Bill Donovan, Wild Bill Donovan, when he started the OSS, decided that some of the easiest spies to recruit were people who worked in airlines and the railroads, down to the brakemen and the engineers, and they would go into countries where we needed to gain information. And he thought he had nearly everybody who worked for Pan Am on his payroll as a spy. And they furnished a lot of very valuable information.
Also, Pan American was instrumental in starting airstrips at Guam and Midway and several other islands. The Marine Corps had a small cadre located there, and the Marine Department really wanted those airfields there for the Air Force to use after the invasion of Hawaii. The island of Guam, the natives there took a lot of the Pan American employees that were left there, and some of the Marines, civilian employees, and hid them out in the native villages. Later on, the Japanese killed hundreds of those natives for hiding them.